The SafeStrap remote locking restraint features an electronically controlled mechanical latch and release system for rider self-loading and unloading. What makes this restraint system unique and innovative is the ride operator or ride control system is in complete control over the restraint through the entire ride cycle. At the end of the ride operator or ride control system can remotely unlock the restraints. The remote locking restraint system is designed as a primary ride restraint for up to Class 4 restraints, as a secondary restraint on a Class 5 restraint configuration, and they're commonly used for rider safety on dark rides, motion platforms, flying theaters, and simulators. The restraint system is typically configured with an automatic locking retractor, a hardened tongue, and a compact, lightweight electromagnetic receiver to capture and automatically lock the tongue into the receiver. At the end of the ride operator or ride control board initiates a release command to the receiver. This energizes the solenoids that are locking out the release button. Now the rider can manually depress the release button, release the tongue, and exit the ride. The electromagnetic receiver features two independent and redundant ride operator controlled push button lockout solenoids and 4 separate sensors. The 4 sensors monitor critical components during loading, unloading, and ride operation: tongue insertion, latch position, pin position on solenoid 1, pin position on solenoid 2. These sensors can be interfaced with the main ride control board. In the event of a ride control failure or power outage, the latching and locking features remain in a locked status at all times. Should a power failure occur, the RLR can be manually unlatched with a manual release key. For rides without an existing solenoid driver controller, SafeStrap offers an optional plug-and-play controller to manage and modulate the operation of the solenoids within the RLR receiver. This solenoid driver controller is designed to energize the solenoids in the remote locking restraint and then modulate them when they're energized for long periods of time. The solenoid controller provides the initial electrical force to activate the solenoids, and then pulses the solenoids at a percentage of its duty cycle to hold it actuated. LED lighting on the solenoid driver controller indicates the sensor status of each critical component within the receiver. Again, complete control over and real-time feedback of the RLR receiver can be interfaced with your main ride control system. An optional LED inside the RLR receiver press button can be interfaced with the ride control system to indicate the appropriate time and location for the patron to depress and release themselves from the restraint. This can be especially helpful with unloading at the end of a virtual reality or dark ride when the passenger may still be adjusting from the ride experience. If you are designing a new project or refurbishing an existing ride, contact SafeStrap Amusement Division for pricing on our remote sensor restraint options or how SafeStrap restraint technology can provide your clients with a safer, more reliable ride experience.